Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, best known for being the co-creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, which has sold over 500 million copies in 41 languages around the world, and as a featured teacher in the blockbuster movie The Secret, and from my latest best-selling book, The Success Principles, How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be, which contains 64 powerful principles that anyone can use to achieve the success, the happiness, and the fulfillment they desire. And I'm delighted to share with each of you that I will be with all of you in person soon as I'm coming to Dubai, Mumbai, and Bangalore in April for my premier visit for a live public seminar to your beautiful cities to conduct a half-day inspirational seminar and transformational seminar, The Success Principles, with my business event partners, Gautam and Ram of the Right Selection Group, and their India partners, Skyon Masterminds and the Ideas Exchange. And I encourage each of you to attend and enjoy the benefits of a life-changing experience, as I'll be sharing with you simple, powerful, and practical techniques to be successful, starting with taking 100% control of your life and then taking personal responsibility for your success. In that first principle, which is one of about 20 that I'll cover that day, I teach a formula called E plus R equals O. That stands for events that occur. You then have a response to that event, and that equals an outcome. What happens when people don't get what they want, meaning they don't get the outcomes they want, they complain about the events rather than taking responsibility to change their responses. We blame the government, we blame the prime minister, we blame other countries, we blame the economy, we blame the weather. But what you ultimately have to do if you want to have a different outcome, because the E is not going to change, you have to change your response. And there's only three kinds of responses that we have any control over. Our thoughts, the images we have in our mind, which are the pictures that go through there, and our behavior, which is what we say and what we do. Now, there are three really ineffective responses that most people participate in. It's called blaming, complaining, and making excuses. And when we blame other people, we feel better, but it doesn't change the outcome. When we complain, it doesn't change the outcome. When we make excuses, it doesn't change the outcome. So what we have to do is we have to replace the negative behaviors that are not producing what we want with creative thinking, new ideas, new thoughts, new images. I'll give you an example of a friend of mine that I trained in his dealership. He has a Lexus dealership here in California where I am. And he, during the first Gulf War, we had a recession, partly caused by the war, partly caused by the economy that came after that and so forth. But people were not coming in to buy high-end cars. And as a Lexus dealer, they were losing business. And he got his staff together and he said, look, we could blame the government, we could blame the war, we could complain about the situation, complain about the economy, which is what most people will do. But we're going to do something different. We're going to change our response and do something different than what we've been doing, because sitting here, putting ads in the paper, waiting for people to come in, it's not working. What we have to do is do something different. So they talked about what are some of the different things they can do. They came up with 3 ideas. One of them worked, and this is what it was. They stopped waiting for people to come in. They started taking their cars, fleets of cars, 5, 6, 7 cars with salespeople, and they would go where the people that could afford to buy a luxury car were hanging out. Country clubs, golf courses, yacht basin, polo matches, parties in Beverly Hills and Westlake Village and the Marina del Rey where the wealthy were living. And they would go into a party or an event and they would introduce themselves and say, hi, what's your name? Person would say, Bob. So what do you do, Bob? I'm a banker, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor. And eventually they'd say, what do you do? I'm a Lexus dealer. Have you ever driven a Lexus? And if they said no, they'd say, we have a new LS430, LS460 today outside. Would you like to come and take a test drive? And they said, sure, why not? And so they get them in the car, and all of a sudden they're in this luxury car with leather seats, nice smell. The seats go back and forth. They have an air conditioning system that not only puts air in the air, but also blows it up through the seats to keep you cold in the warm weather and keep you warm in the cold weather. The mirrors on the side tilt down when you go into reverse, so you can see the curb so you don't hit it with your tires. When you park, the mirrors come in so that no one knocks them off when they're parking. You've got a GPS system in the car. You have a little television that shows you what's happening when you're in reverse. All kinds of wonderful functions. But the one that was most cool was called the concierge system. Push a little button, and all of a sudden on comes a voice, says, hello, Mr. Canfield, where are you? We have you on GPS. Looks like you're on the 101. How can I help you? Well, I'm here with Mr. Jones, and he loves Mexican food. And I thought if you knew there was a Mexican restaurant anywhere, let me look. About 30 seconds later, you say, well, there's one just 2 exits up from where you are. And so hit the little button, make a reservation, go over to the restaurant, impress the client, bring them back to the event. Within 2 weeks, 65% of all the people they were doing that with were buying new Lexuses. Think about this. Have you ever driven or test driven a new luxury car and then got back in your old car? You know how that feels. All of a sudden your car is not good enough. So this is just one idea of how you can apply E plus R equals O. So there are many life-changing principles which we're going to teach you about that are transformational, that you'll learn how to implement in your life and in your business to create the results you want. I promise you it's a very powerful seminar. But until I arrive in Dubai and Mumbai or Bangalore to be with you, I'd like to give you a gift to start enjoying the experience and benefits of learning the success principles right away. So please go to the website at www.rightselection.com and sign up to receive my Success Principles 21-day mentoring program free of charge. So I look forward to seeing all of you with your families, your colleagues, and your friends at the seminar on April 10th in Dubai, April 12th in Mumbai, or April 14th in Bangalore. So with love and blessings for a more successful and abundant life, I'm Jack Canfield. I look forward to seeing you.